My name is Karishma Shahani Khan. I have a label called Kasha, which is based in Pune. At Kasha, we work a lot with craft and textiles, and we love working with different processes that come from different parts of India. Everything comes across in the way products are actually made. And I feel for me at Kasha, that is the value I want to bring to my product. It needs to be more than just a garment that you wear and don't think about later. I want to give it a character. I want it to be reversible. I wanted to have something that the same product with someone else may not have. I was lucky enough to be able to study outside, and I think my time away taught me to value what we had. The journey between different countries, having those experiences, taught me to go back to stories I'd heard while growing up. For me, it's really important to be mindful and conscious of how we're making products, how we're disposing them. We don't want to just keep creating for the sake of it. We also run something called Heart to Heart, which is our sister concern. The people are what make this place. It's very important that we sit down together and make decisions together. At Heart to Heart, we work with all the waste that Kasha produces. We try to upcycle everything that we utilize and leave out in production. When we work with upcycling, it's specifically for our macrame products. Everything that's cut in our studio and all the fabric bits that are left post-production are usually collected and gathered. They're then sorted out in boxes based on their color. Everything is hand-dyed in our studio. So washing is essential so that later on there's lesser color running. A lot of innovation really comes from being like, this is what is available, what can I do with this? Which is why I'm very inspired by using what is available to try and find new meaning in it. So for me, upcycling is constantly making me push my own mind to think of what can I do to change the way this would have been done otherwise. After they're dried, each piece is picked up, it's ironed out. So they would be cut on bias usually because it gives it a sort of flexibility which is required for the macrame, or for us to be able to twist it and place it in different ways on our fabric through embroidery also. It's taken to the sewing machine, it's sewn up piece by piece where it's folded over in half, and then we run a stitch all along the length. We make them normally about 10 meters in length. We've learned this to trial and error, that anything beyond that, it's very hard to reverse it and to turn the cord into what you see. We start to make bundles of them, almost like they look like balls of wool. We do a lot of jackets, bags, we do footwear, we do rugs, we do cushion covers, we do curtains, we do dividers. We use it in embroidery, and you say quality. It's definitely something that is going to last a very long time, which means you're not going to be buying that much. And I think where we come from in India, we're so used to having heirlooms. You know, your grandmother would keep something for you, and you're already thinking of what you keep for your children. We've had that as a subcontinent. We've had access to beautiful crafts and products that last for that long. So for me, that is a value I really want to bring into what I do. I think it's really important for us to build an organization that gives men and women equal opportunities. We keep striving for that, and we keep trying to find ways to work with people who can't even come into the studio. We send a lot of work outside to people's homes. All of this is only possible when everyone is enthusiastic enough to learn. So I feel like it's been really motivating to see people want to learn more. And I'm really grateful that we have people around us who are always looking to evolve, because I think that's really when we can keep evolving as a brand.